What are we going to be looking at in this film?
We're going to be looking at Great War windows. Let's listen to the stories of these three soldiers.
Stained glass is an art form found in lots of churches, and there are several examples in St. Bartholomew's. Archibald George Valar was born in 1897 and brought up in South London. At the age of just 17, soon after the war had broken out, he volunteered to fight. He joined the Royal Engineers. Private soldiers in the Royal Engineers are called sappers. A few months later, after training, he was sent to the front line as part of the expeditionary forces in France. He was sent out in March 1915. The window shows the badge of the Royal Engineers. The letters GR in the middle stand for King George V. Archibald had not been in France long before he was badly wounded. He was moved to a hospital where his leg was amputated, but sadly he died of his injuries on 11th of October 1915. He was just 19 years old.
Tanya, can you tell me what is written at the bottom of the plaque?
Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee.
Douglas John Martin Geddes is remembered in this window. He was also a young man who went off to war. Douglas was born in Canada. His dad was Australian and mum from Scotland. By the age of 16, he was living in South Tottenham and was working as a solicitor's clerk. He joined the army around the age of 20 as a private soldier in a London regiment. He was sent to fight against the Ottoman Empire of Turkey. He was killed in a counterattack trying to capture Jerusalem on the 27th of December 1917. His body was buried at sea. Under the window are words from the Song of Solomon, traditionally associated with Jerusalem, until the daybreak. Perhaps they echo the darkness that his family were feeling and the hope that their grief would end like the coming of dawn.
This third window is also a sad story. It's about Joseph James Cartland.
Joseph grew up in Tottenham. He lived at home with his mom and two sisters. His dad had died when he was young. Before the war, Joseph worked as a walking stick and umbrella mounter. The windows show the badge of the Essex Regiment, of which Joseph was a private. He didn't join the army until his late 30s, almost too old to be conscripted. He died in one of the very last battles of the First World War. He was killed on the 31st of October 1918, the end of the war. The armistice was declared just 11 days later, 11th of November 1918. He was aged 38 and is buried in Ypres in Belgium. His mother Janet put up this memorial in his memory, and as you'll hear in another film, she was the first to make a donation to the new organ, a memorial for all who had died.
Please have a look at our other short films. They'll show you a glimpse of what else we've discovered. If you'd like to see for yourself, you're very welcome to visit us here at St. Bartholomew's Church.